What's up, guys? We are once again back in my storage unit that I've converted into my shop. And we are on a serious time crunch with my 350Z right here. I need to have it done and running in 3 days because I have to drive it to Colorado after that. So we still have to paint the side skirts and bumpers with the base coat, get them with the inner clear with the flake to get it to match purple, and then we have to clear coat everything. On top of that, we have to fix my rear combination lights. Those need to be rewired. And then we have to take my Z-Stock and paint them and get them mounted with all my new tires. So that's enough of me blabbering about what I need to do. I need to actually shut up and do it. So stay tuned.
So we started off on day one by painting the bumpers and side skirts with the base coat, which is just the Tropical Glitz Abyss Black. It's super simple to use. You just use a 1-to-1 ratio of paint to reducer. I'm also using a Harbor Freight paint gun and compressor. Now that we have a good base layer on the side skirts and bumpers, I moved outside to mix my inner coat clear. Now I didn't use a special mix of clear coat to make this, I just used your standard clear coat and mixed in a bunch of the metal flake from Tropical Glitz. And while the base coat on the side skirts and bumpers continued to dry, I decided to move on to the clear coat on the rest of the car to save some time. However, I did make two mistakes when doing the clear coat on the main body of the car that I didn't make on the bumpers and side skirts. The first mistake being that I didn't use a high transfer efficiency gun for the clear coat, and the second one was that I didn't realize that the pressure regulator was broke on my main gun, which resulted in the clear coat laying weird the first spray. But with our mix made and sealed, we can move on to clear coating the main body and spraying our flake mix onto the side skirts and bumpers. After that, it was time to wire up my combination lights and paint my wheels. Once everything was finally done, it was time to load up the tires and take the Z to the tire shop to mount all of my new tires. Pay attention to the way the light interacts with the paint, and you'll be able to tell what I meant earlier in the video by I made some mistakes with the clear coat and the inner coat clear. The side skirts are a little bit lighter than I wanted them to be, and then the actual body of the car isn't quite as glossy as I'd like. Both of these are fixable with some more clear coat and a little wet sanding, but we are at the end of a serious time crunch, so we're going to worry more about getting these wheels on the car and getting on the road. Now, considering that it was my first time painting with an actual spray gun and air compressor setup, I am really pleased with how this turned out. Now, all we had left to do was give it a little test drive around town, take it to the car wash to give it a little wash, and then finally hit the road. So I got the car down on all four wheels, and I decided to do the first 20 or so miles without recording just to see if there are any hiccups. And I wish I was recording because there was a major hiccup. So I'm driving down the highway, as one does, and I hit a bump, and I noticed that the whole rear right side of the Z started sagging. And I was thinking maybe it's just the way the road is, so I drove for a couple more miles, past a couple more exits, and I hit another bump. And the only thing that compressed was the right side. It compressed way more than usual. So I pulled over in Chapman, Kansas, which funny enough is where I spent the first 6 years of my life. And I pulled over into this Casey's to get out and do a walk around and check and see if I could find anything loose. And man, did I find something loose. Let me show you. So like I said, it was the back right side. And I hopped back here and I grabbed my strut and I noticed it's kind of at an angle. So I pulled it. It blew apart on me. Now lucky for me, it just backed out. The threads are still intact on both the tube and the pole. I don't know what it's called. So I'm thinking we might be able to just compress it and twist it back in and carry on with our trip. So the plan is to compress the shock back up to where it was. Put it over there, let it expand, and twist it down. Okay, so I think we got it situated. We're gonna give it a little finger test first. So we got 4 fingers on this side and 4 fingers on this side. So we're good to go. I'm gonna run in and get a drink and we're gonna continue on our drive. Now that we've got everything situated, we get to play the fun game of will the Z start in front of a parking lot full of people. Oh, I've been working on it. My shock, my back right shock. Oh, it started first try. We're in the pocket now, baby. That feels so much better than it did on the highway when it was disconnected.
Okay, so we're at our first stop. I'm stopping at a Walmart to get another SIM card because I still have about 4 hours of driving left, and I only have about an hour left on the SIM card, or not on the SIM card. Micro SD card is what I meant to say. So we're gonna run into Walmart. I'm at Walmart right now. We're gonna run to Walmart, grab another SD card so I can keep recording, and then we're gonna stop at a gas station and do our first bolt check. I'd like to add that I have no air conditioning, and it's about 75, 80 degrees out right now, which means it's about 100 in the Z. I am soaked with sweat. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Now, I don't know if there's a stain, but I'm soaked. The security system on Z's is known for going out and making you do all kind of wonky things. With this one, I have to open the door 3 times, take the key out, open the door 3 more times, spam the lock button, and flip my clutch switch before it'll start. So I'm really hoping it'll just start today. Thank you. Oh my God. Okay. Now to the gas station. About small towns in Kansas. I'm in EYEZ right now. The toughest part is finding pumps with premium. Okay, so another issue that I'm having a lot is that my fans aren't kicking on at all. So whenever I'm doing some slow driving or in stop and go, it hasn't overheated yet, but it goes way up there, way more than I'm comfortable with. So we're gonna kill it and wait for a couple minutes. Okay, so bolt check 101. You're gonna need a metal paint marker. It doesn't have to be metal, but it has to be a paint marker or pen because you're gonna need to mark where everything is.
Hey, my friend, what color do you call that?
Honestly, I sprayed it with a black base coat. So bolt check 101. We're gonna hop under the car and you're gonna take a paint pen, and then you're gonna go around and you're gonna mark a line on every bolt. Some of these are already marked from last season, but I'm gonna go ahead and mark them again, just to be sure. And the main one I'm worried about is this guy back here, because that guy back there, he always backs out. Everything else is still in position, so we should be good. There's a couple up there I gotta check, but I'm not gonna bore you with that. I'm gonna do the other side real quick and we'll get back on the road. All right, I just finished my bolt check. Let's hope this thing fires up because a bunch of people watching me now.
I also didn't realize just how bad Colorado roads are. So if you're from Colorado, what is up with this? Because I'm about to insert 2 clips from me driving in Colorado, and this did not happen in Kansas. And that is the face of lower back pain. So thank you, Colorado.
All right, we made it to our destination in Denver, Colorado, technically Inglewood, Colorado. The Z handled really well, way better than I could have ever expected, aside from, you know, the shock blowing apart. If you guys made it this far in the video, it probably means you've been keeping up with me in the cars and the content that I put out. And I feel like I owe you guys a bit of an explanation as to why my posting has been sporadic and why some weeks I post and some weeks I haven't. So I'm gonna put it all out in the air. About 4 months ago, January 6th, my little brother had an accident in the snow and broke his neck at the C5 level. Initially, he couldn't move anything below the shoulders. Thankfully, he's been regaining a lot really fast. So he's in recovery here at Craig Hospital in Inglewood. And I have been traveling back and forth nonstop to come see him and then go back to work and work on the cars when I can and then go back to Denver to see him some more. He is supposed to get out of inpatient soon, so hopefully I'll be able to get back to a more consistent flow of content. But until then, thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go do another bolt check and I will see you guys in the next video. No, I can't fuck with a net ass, so if that bitch ass ain't poking, yeah. Know that I keep me a 10 on my side, I treat a bitch like she a token, yeah.